What if I told you that some of the most normal things people do every single day in the United States can quietly cost them money? No crime, no warning, just a simple habit, and suddenly you're paying a fine. Sounds strange, right? But this happens more often than you think. Imagine this. You're walking down the street. You see no cars, so you quickly cross the road. Feels normal. Or maybe you park your car for just a minute thinking you'll be right back. Or you throw away a small piece of trash without thinking twice. These are things people do every day. But in the United States, some of these normal actions can actually be against the rules. And the worst part is, you won't always get a warning. Sometimes, you only realize it when you're already being fined. Now here's the scary part. Millions of people break these rules daily without even knowing they exist. And because they feel so normal, nobody really talks about them. That's exactly why this video is important, because today, we're uncovering everyday habits that can quietly cost you money in the USA. Some of these might surprise you, some might even shock you, and a few you might already be doing. So watch carefully, because by the end of this video, you'll start noticing these things everywhere, and you might think twice before doing something that seems completely normal. 1. Blocking driveways. Imagine this. You're in a hurry. Maybe you just need to grab something quickly, so you park your car on the side of the road. You look around. Everything seems fine. No traffic, no problem. So you think, I'll be back in just a minute, but without realizing it, your car is slightly blocking someone's driveway. Not completely, just a little bit. It doesn't feel like a big deal, but in many US cities, this is taken very seriously because that driveway belongs to someone who might need to leave at any moment. Now imagine this. The homeowner comes outside, sees your car blocking their way, and instead of waiting, they simply report it. No argument, no warning. By the time you come back, you see something on your windshield, a ticket, and in some cases, your car might not even be there anymore. It could already be towed away, all because of a decision that felt completely harmless just a few minutes ago. And the fine? It's not small, plus towing charges, which can make it even worse. That's why, in the United States, even a small parking mistake like this can turn into an expensive problem very quickly. 2. Feeding wildlife. Imagine this. You're sitting in a peaceful park. Birds are flying around. A squirrel comes close to you. It feels like a perfect moment. So you take out some food, maybe a piece of bread, and gently toss it toward them. They come closer. You smile. It feels like a kind, harmless act. But here's the problem. In many parts of the United States, this is actually not allowed. Because when animals start depending on humans for food, they stop behaving naturally. Some even become aggressive, approaching people again and again for food. Now imagine this. A park officer notices what you're doing, walks up to you, and instead of just warning you, you get fined. All because of a moment that felt kind and harmless. 3. Headlights rule. Now imagine you're driving. It's not fully dark, just cloudy, maybe raining lightly. You can see the road clearly, so you don't think about turning on your headlights. Everything feels normal. But in many US states, there's a rule. If your windshield wipers are on, your headlights must also be on. Now imagine this. You're driving smoothly. No speeding, no mistakes. And suddenly, you see police lights behind you. You pull over, confused, and then you realize it's just because your headlights were off. A small detail that most people ignore, but one that can still get you fined. 4. Long grass problem. Owning a house sounds simple, but in many US neighborhoods, there are rules about how your property should look. Now imagine this. You're busy with work. Days pass, maybe weeks, and your lawn keeps growing. You don't think it's a big deal, but your neighbors notice. Someone files a complaint, and soon, you receive a notice from local authorities. At first, it's just a warning, but if you ignore it, the situation changes. You can be fined. So something as simple as not cutting your grass can slowly turn into a legal problem. 5. Car wash issue. Let's say it's a sunny day. You decide to wash your car at home. You bring out a hose, soap, water starts flowing. Everything feels normal. You're just cleaning your car. But what many people don't realize is that dirty water, mixed with chemicals and oil, flows into street drains. And in many places, those drains lead directly to natural water systems. Now imagine this. Someone reports it, or authorities notice repeated activity, and suddenly, you're fined. Something that feels like a simple weekend task can actually have rules attached to it. 6. Snow responsibility. In colder states, winter changes everything. Snow covers roads, sidewalks, houses. Everything looks peaceful, but there's a hidden responsibility. Now imagine this. Snow piles up in front of your house, especially on the sidewalk. You decide to ignore it, thinking it's not a big deal, but someone walking by slips, almost falls, or struggles to pass. Soon, a complaint is made, and now you're responsible. In many places, homeowners must clear the sidewalk. If not, you can be fined. Even though the snow is natural, the responsibility is yours. 7. Trash rules. Trash seems simple. You throw it away and forget about it. But in many US cities, it's not that simple. Now imagine this. You put all your waste into one bag and place it outside your house. Seems normal, but the rules say you must separate waste properly. Recycling, organic, general trash, each has its own bin, its own day. Now imagine this. Your trash is checked, and it's not sorted correctly, or maybe you placed it outside on the wrong day. You might receive a warning, and then a fine. Something as basic as throwing trash can actually be monitored. 8. Public spitting. Here's something very small, something many people don't even think about. Spitting in public. Now imagine this. You're walking on the road and casually spit on the ground. Feels normal, right? But in some areas of the USA, this is considered a violation because it's linked to hygiene and public health. Now imagine someone sees it, or it happens in a restricted area. You can actually be fined. A tiny action that most people ignore can still have consequences. 9. Idling car. You're sitting in your car, waiting for someone, engine running, a C on, maybe scrolling on your phone. It feels completely normal. But in some US states, there are limits on how long your car can stay idle. Now imagine this. A police officer notices your car has been running for too long. You're not driving, just sitting, but that's enough. You can be fined because of anti-pollution rules. So even doing nothing can sometimes cost you money. 10. Small selling rules. Now imagine you want to sell something simple, like lemonade, snacks, or small items. It feels harmless, maybe even fun, but in many places, you need permission. Now imagine this. You set up a small stand, start selling, and everything seems fine until authorities show up. They ask for a permit, and if you don't have one, you can be fined. Even small selling activities are regulated, so something that feels simple can still have rules behind it. So those were some everyday things that can actually get you fined in the United States. The surprising part is, none of these feel like serious mistakes. They feel normal, harmless, routine, but rules are rules, and ignoring them can quietly cost you money. Now tell me, which one surprised you the most? And be honest, how many of these have you already done? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay curious.